Alright, survivors, welcome back to Unturned 3 Early Access. Today is September 26, 2016. It is Monday morning here, and we are about to take a look at last Friday's update. That was, of course, September 23rd. So, yeah, I'm sorry. We are a few days late and a few dollars short as usual, but like I always say, better Nate than Lever. And in fact, we have Nate Lever down here, Officer Nate Lever here, who's going to have a look at this with us and explain it all. So this is the new update. It's not actually, there's nothing changed in the game yet, guys. This is just informational. So Nelson is working on the NPCs. That's the non-player characters that he's adding to the game. And this is the current progress report. So hopefully we'll be getting these pretty soon. But let's have a look at this information and try to break it down and see what we got coming, because I'm really excited about NPCs. This is going to add sort of the role-playing game elements that Nelson's been talking about for a while now. So this is kind of the start. We'll have NPCs that we'll be able to meet in the game. Right now they're going to be kind of stationary as far as I know, like merchants and quest givers, and you'll find them on the maps, and you'll be able to interact with them, and they can give you quests and jobs to do and so forth, and maybe act as storefronts as well. So why don't we go right down the line here and see what we got. So what we have right now, guys, is just a back-end functionality for NPCs. Again, they're not in the game yet, but they will be sooner or later, and characters are created as a new object where you specify the clothes, gear, equipped items, and their appearance as well, of course, and you can place them on the maps with the level editor. So map editors will be able to go crazy with these things. The characters, the NPCs, are going to have idle animations, so they're going to kind of look around and maybe shuffle their feet, inspect their items, and they will turn to look at you when you're standing next to them. So they're not just standing there like statues. So that'll give them a little bit of life. I like that. Map editors are going to be able to create a dialogue which will be spoken when you interact with the characters. So the dialogue will be a list of potential messages for the NPC to say, and a list of clickable responses that will chain together for more dialogue. So it's going to be like a whole dialogue tree. The text will be animated and have pauses inserted for emotional moments, like maybe face palms or jumping up and down. I don't know. You can skip them if you like, or disable those animations entirely, apparently. So here's an example of what Nelson is talking about here. So this is probably on his test in his development environment. He's got a friendly NPC here, so it looks like someone's already talking to him, Nelson, I guess, and it says, "Hi, hello, how's it going?" So now we have three options to answer that question, and the first one is, "Hey, friendly NPC, I'm Nelson, going well, how about you?" Second one is, "Anything I can help with?" And the third is, "Got anything for sale?" So now each one of these options will most likely lead to different dialogue. So my guess is the first one looks like it's kind of informational thing, right? So if you choose this one, we might get information about this NPC. He tells us maybe a backstory, maybe some information about the local area that he lives in, and that might lead to some kind of a quest or something. The second one looks like we might be able to get quests from the actual NPC. Like, "Hey, anything I can help with?" He might say, "Yeah, I need a carrot," and he might have to go get a carrot and bring it to him. The third one is, "Got anything for sale?" And in that case, it's probably going to bring up a little storefront we can buy and sell from him. So those are the three options there. And obviously, this is going to be different for every NPC. This is just what Nelson set up for his test environment. So let's scroll down here a bit and see what else we have. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Every message and response is optionally given a list of conditions and rewards. Conditions limit when something can happen. For example, the player has to have the police skill set, or maybe their reputation has to be less than -20, or perhaps they need a special access pass item they were given from a prior quest. And this goes on to talk about flags, how they're going to be stored per player, and it's going to track information about your karma within a particular group and factions. So for example, maybe there's a police faction and you have to maintain your reputation with the police faction, or have a police skill set, for example, in order to gain quests and reputation with that faction. We're going to do a little role play scenario with Nate to Lever. He's waiting down in Moscow right now, which we're going to do because as a visual learner, I like to demonstrate. I need to see things demonstrated visually and with audio to understand. So we're going to do that. But right now, let's just take a look at this these pictures. So we have a quest tab, it looks like, and this is going to keep track of our quests and the goals of those quests. So for example, this looks like you had to find 2 eagle fires, which this person did, but he still has to kill 10 zombies by that green tree over there. And the rewards are here. So plus 25 experience, you get 10 reputation with maybe that's the police faction, for example, and you get items. You can also abandon that quest if you so desire. And then finally, NPCs can also run stores, which buy and sell specific items for XP points. So you're going to spend experience as currency, not money, which is interesting. And this says here, note that this menu especially needs a bit of work. So this is not the final menu system, most likely. It's just a work in progress. But it looks like here we have what this NPC is buying and what this NPC is selling, and then again the cost in experience. It looks like Nelson's adding the reputation system back in, and this is for PvP. So it is now determined by who the aggressor was. If you attacked first, your rep will decrease and vice versa. You can also boost your rep by healing other players. Reputation will be shown in the chat player list and when looking directly at someone, and is titled / color-coded as their score gets higher. Unfortunately, it's tricky to determine whether a kill was offensive, defensive, so if this doesn't work out well, we can adjust it. So that's going to be a work in progress, but that will allow people to tell right off the bat when you look at someone if they have a poor reputation and they might be KOSers or whatever. Alright, now let's jump into the game. Let's go meet up with Nate Lever. He's down in Moscow right now waiting to do a roleplay scenario so we can kind of play this out and learn visually. Because again, that's how I learn the best. And we're going to try to make it fun too. So alright, here we go. Alright, let's play pretend. Let's pretend we're a player. We're down in Moscow. We're at the police station, okay? NPCs have been implemented. And we're going to go into the police station and we're going to bump into our very first NPC. Now, this is Nate Lever, okay? He's not much of an actor, so just bear with me here. Let's just pretend, and let's see if we can figure out this NPC stuff. So, you're going to walk up to the NPC who's standing there looking in the refrigerator, okay? You're going to tap him on the shoulder, and that's your interact key. You press E or whatever your interact key is, and he turns slowly around, right? Because, like Nelson said, in the changelog notes, he's going to look at you, and he's going to have some idle animations. Maybe he's going to look you up and down, right? Maybe he's going to jump, because you scared him. And then he's going to say, oh, geez, you scared me. Don't sneak up on me like that. But anyway, how you doing, fella? And then you're going to have options like, oh, I'm fine. How are you? And then maybe, is there something I can do for you? And then lastly, what you got for sale? So let's just choose the first option. Bing! Option number 1. Well, I've been better. Thanks for asking. My name's Nate Lever, and I'm with the police department here. I have an apartment building right around the corner here, and I drive a hatchback. Oh, and we are infested with apocalypse elves. Just never mind them. So that's the information about him, right? And there might be more background stories about maybe they're in a war with some local gang or something. So the second option would be, is there anything I can help you with? We choose that. Bing! Actually, maybe you can help me out. We're down to only one donut left in our refrigerator, and all the guys would like some donuts. So if you would be so kind as to fetch some donuts for us, then that would be swell. You're doing great, Nate. Keep it up. Oh, thanks. So then we say, okay, we choose it and say, yeah, okay, I'll do that. That's the quest. But then he says, well, hold on, buddy, because, you know what? Your reputation's way too low. Now, if you were a cop like us, and that would mean if we had the police skill set, right? Then that would be fine. But since you're not a cop, you are going to have to go out and kill 10 zombies and raise your reputation with the police faction. And then we'll be like, okay, I can do that. Sure, sure, sure. And then we run out, we go kill 10 zombies. Right, we come back. And Nate's still holding his donut. And we say, I'm back, Nate. Oh, good. You've done a good job. Your reputation is now high enough so that I can give you this quest to go get us some donuts. And then we accept the quest, and then we go get the donuts, right? So we take off. We go find some donuts. We come back. Oh, thank you very much. You're the best. The guys are going to be so happy that you got us donuts. Here's your reward. And bang, Nate whips out a Steely Wheelie as a reward, and we will gladly take that. So we scoff up the Steely Wheelie, and cut! Oh. You did great, Nate. Good job. Pick up that Steely Wheelie before the elves take it, okay? And you can eat that donut now. Oh, delicious. Thanks. So I'll see you around. I gotta go, because I'm actually on duty. And then Nate goes off to duty. Alright guys, Nate Lever had to go. Fortunately, acting is not his day job. So let's continue with this little demonstration. I'm having way too much fun. I have one more scenario for you. So let's just pretend that Nate Lever is still here and he is now satisfied. We brought his donuts. We've gained reputation with the police faction down here in Moscow. and we got Steely Wheelie in return. So now we can say goodbye to Nate. Goodbye, Nate. Pleasure doing business with you. We'll see you around. So now we leave and we go over here and we happen to see one P.Riso attempting to break into this police car. At least that's what it looks like to us. But we don't know. You just never know with P.Riso. So we're going to tap him on the shoulder. He is, of course, another NPC with a different faction. And we tap him on the shoulder. He turns around and he reacts. He puts his crowbar away. And he says, "Oh, hey, how you doing, buddy? Didn't see you there. What's up?" And then, of course, we have a little conversation with him. He tells us about himself, maybe that he is P.Riso, and this is his car, and that officer over there stole it from him, and he wants to get it back, and he needs our help. And then maybe he says, "You know what? Your reputation with the police faction is much too high. You have to lower it." So then we're like, okay, no problem. So we go over here. We kill a couple of cops, maybe even Nate. We gain reputation with the gangsters. And then we come back. And he says, "Oh, that's awesome. Thanks very much. Now give me that Steely Wheelie." We give him the Steely Wheelie, and he gives us this lovely black market Teklovka gun and some magazines. And then we have raised our reputation with the gangsters in town, and of course lowered our reputation with the police because we killed a police NPC. And again, this is all speculation, guys. This is just how I see this going down. I don't know if this is really how it's going to happen. Yeah, P.Riso, you can pick up your gun now. Yep. Go ahead, grab it before it disappears. Just picking grass. All right, very good. Good job, P.Riso. You can go now. See ya. Oh, he better go. He better go. He better go fast, Rizzo. There's cops on your tail. Oh, he's coming back, isn't he? Oh, he's coming back. Oh, there he goes. Yep, he's out of here. Whoa. He's not a very good driver. Oh boy. Oh, there. He's on foot. He's on foot. He's on foot. There we go. All right, guys, we are back. I hope you enjoyed the little role play demonstration scenarios there. It looks like P.Riso is back. He's in one piece, as usual. He's a wily and slippery fella after all. So that's not surprising. And I think that's how NPCs are going to work based on what I've read here in this progress report. But who knows? Things may be different. They may change. Nelson's still working on the NPCs, but I'm really looking forward to NPCs in the game. And I'm hoping there's going to be NPCs just kind of milling about too. I think we're going to have NPCs that you can fight, like maybe the police faction is there in Moscow, and if you have a low reputation with them, they might actually shoot at you. I don't know. So those are the things that we'll find out as time goes by and Nelson releases more of these updates. And I'll definitely keep you updated, hopefully. And with that, I guess we'll call it quits. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.